Why bad YouTube videos sometimes explode. I've noticed something that honestly bothered me. Across some of my other channels, I've had videos where the editing was sloppy, the voiceover wasn't great, there were noticeable mistakes, and the overall production quality was nowhere near what I would normally consider acceptable. And somehow those videos got pushed. Then I would spend much more time on another video. Better editing, better visuals, better voiceover, cleaner pacing, fewer mistakes, and it would barely move. At first, the obvious conclusion is that YouTube must prefer bad videos, but I think that conclusion is wrong. And understanding why it's wrong might actually explain one of the biggest mistakes small creators make. We keep confusing production quality with viewer value. Those are not the same thing. YouTube has publicly explained that its recommendation system is trying to predict which videos individual viewers are likely to watch and enjoy. It considers things such as what people watch, what they ignore, how long they watch, likes, dislikes, feedback, and satisfaction signals. It is not simply checking whether your video has expensive editing. That distinction matters because imagine I make two videos. Video A has beautiful motion graphics, perfect transitions, expensive-looking visuals, and a professionally cleaned voiceover. But the topic is something almost nobody cares about. Video B looks like it was edited in a hurry. The audio is acceptable but not impressive. The visuals are basic, but the topic hits a problem thousands of people are already thinking about. Which one should YouTube recommend? If viewers consistently choose video B and continue watching it, there is no reason for the system to reject it simply because video A looks better. The algorithm isn't a film critic. It doesn't sit there thinking, very impressive color grading, 10 out of 10. Its job is much more practical. Find viewers who are likely to want this video and then learn from what those viewers do. This is where the bad videos go viral idea starts falling apart. The video may be bad technically, but it may not be bad where it matters most. It could have a better idea, a stronger title, a better thumbnail, a more urgent problem, a more interesting story, a clearer explanation, or simply a subject that more people want right now. And there's another possibility that creators regularly miss. You may be judging quality from the creator's perspective. The viewer isn't. You might spend 6 hours fixing an animation that the viewer never noticed was wrong. You might spend another hour replacing a transition. You might obsess over whether the voiceover sounds professional. Meanwhile, the viewer is thinking about one thing: is this video worth my time? YouTube's own research on content quality makes this distinction interesting. Its 2024 research found that viewers consider both technical and emotional dimensions of quality important, while clear visuals and good audio are increasingly viewed as baseline expectations rather than automatic differentiators. In other words, technical polish matters, but polish alone isn't the product. The story is the product. The information is the product. The entertainment is the product. The transformation in the viewer's understanding is the product. The editing is there to serve those things. And this creates a dangerous trap for small creators. You can become extremely good at making videos that nobody urgently wants to watch. That's a very real failure mode. You improve your editing, then your thumbnails, then your sound design, then your captions, then your transitions, and eventually you have a beautifully produced video about a weak idea. You didn't solve the distribution problem, you decorated it. Now, there is an important correction here. I'm not saying production quality doesn't matter. It absolutely can. Bad audio can make people leave. Unreadable visuals can destroy comprehension. Terrible pacing can kill retention. And YouTube itself recommends prioritizing consistent quality content because sustained audience engagement matters. The mistake is assuming that quality means more editing. Those are different things. Think about it this way. If your video has a great idea and terrible audio, fix the audio. If your video has a great explanation but confusing visuals, fix the visuals. If your video has excellent information but takes 40 seconds to get to the point, fix the opening. But if your video has beautiful editing and nobody cares about the subject, another 20 transitions won't rescue it. And this explains something else I've noticed. Sometimes an amateur-looking video feels more direct. There is less decoration between the viewer and the information. The creator says the thing, shows the thing, explains the thing, moves on. That can work extremely well. But don't turn that observation into another stupid YouTube rule. Stop editing and your videos will go viral. No,
That's just replacing one superstition with another. YouTube does not say that poor production gets preferential treatment. In fact, its recommendation system is explicitly designed around viewer response and long-term satisfaction. So if your ugly video suddenly explodes, don't celebrate the ugliness. Investigate what actually happened. Look at the traffic source. Look at the impressions. Look at the click-through rate in context. Look at retention. Look at where viewers came from. Look at whether people continued watching. Look at comments and other signs of satisfaction. And most importantly, compare the video against your own normal performance. YouTube itself warns creators not to interpret CTR in isolation. A video can have strong CTR and average view duration and still receive limited impressions because it is competing against all the other videos that a viewer could watch. Topic interest and competition also affect reach. This is why one successful ugly video almost proves nothing. If you have one rough video that gets 10 times your normal views, you have an interesting observation. You don't yet have a strategy. If 5 or 10 videos show the same pattern, then you have something worth investigating. And even then, you need to isolate the variable. Maybe the production quality wasn't responsible. Maybe those videos had stronger topics. Maybe the titles were better. Maybe they attracted a different audience. Maybe the timing was better. Maybe they benefited from search. Maybe another video sent them traffic. Maybe the audience simply liked that particular format. That's the part creators often skip. They see the outcome and invent a cause. But correlation is not causation. And YouTube's recommendation system is far too personalized and context dependent for a simple rule like bad videos get pushed to explain what you're seeing. So here's the lesson I would take from this. Stop asking, how do I make my video look better? Ask a more uncomfortable question. Better for whom? Because you can improve a video according to your own standards while making almost no improvement to the viewer's experience. And you can have a technically imperfect video that solves a problem so effectively that viewers don't care that the transition was ugly. That doesn't mean you should deliberately make bad videos. It means you should stop treating production quality as the main variable. The hierarchy should be much closer to this. First, make something people actually want. Then, make the promise clear. Then, make the viewer choose it. Then, deliver the promise quickly. Then, make the experience satisfying. And only after that should you obsess over whether the animation has the perfect easing curve. Because the strange thing about those bad videos isn't that YouTube secretly rewards bad editing. The strange thing is that we often call a video bad because it looks bad to us. The viewer may be judging an entirely different thing. And if your roughest video keeps beating your most polished one, don't ask YouTube why it loves bad videos. Ask what the rough video did that your polished video failed to do. That answer is probably far more useful.